Hi, I'm S.T. Billingsley with Community Conversations for What's Up Prince William. Today I have Jackie Pitts with Virginia Streets. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So what is Virginia Streets?
Sure. VA Streets was born out of an event that we produced last year called the Woodbridge Food Truck Festival. We were in 3 different locations, actually 4 if you can count Centerville. And because we moved around, it was a little confusing for us to be the Woodbridge Food Truck Festival in Manassas or the Woodbridge Food Truck Festival in Centerville. So we looked for a type of branding that we could use throughout Virginia that we would be consistent, like, you know, it's McDonald's whether it's in Alaska or if it's in Florida. So we wanted to be like that with VA Streets. So that's kind of where it started, and our goal with VA Streets is to be here and to kind of shine a light on food trucks and mobile food vending, and not just even mobile food vending, just mobile vending whatsoever, because now we have, at our event, we'll have fashion trucks. So there's a lot that happens out of a truck, so that's kind of where VA Streets kind of started from.
Oh, that's very good. Virginia Streets isn't just about a food truck festival. There's some advocacy that goes along with that.
Definitely, definitely. I think that's one of the big misconceptions of VA Streets is that we are festival producers only. And that's where we started, but we have migrated into also doing advocacy. And the reason why is because there was a lot of gray areas when it came to what is the rules for food trucks within Prince William County and other counties, you know, Dumfries, the town of Dumfries, Manassas Park, I think even down into Stafford and Fredericksburg. There is kind of a gray area of like, how do you operate? What do you need to do? And when we started producing the festivals, those questions started to come up and they didn't have definite answers. So in order to help, we decided that, you know, if someone's going to be the voice of food trucks, let it be us, because we're sitting here, we're talking to the county on a regular basis, we're talking to our food trucks on a regular basis, and we want to be that calm voice that's speaking for the food trucks to the county because we want them to be favorable for the county, and that's kind of where we kind of stepped into that. So yes, we do produce festivals, and that's wonderful and great for the community, but also, you know, these are all small business owners, and they want to be able to operate legally within the county and with all these other jurisdictions, but they don't necessarily know who to talk to. And with us having over 150 to 200 trucks that we work with, it just made sense for us to step into that advocacy role and talk on behalf of the group. Instead of everybody bringing their one individual problem, we bring everything to the county and kind of help them with how we would like to see food trucks operate within here.
So what are some of the challenges that you see for food trucks here in Prince William County?
Well, one of the big things is, of course, Prince William County is very suburban, so it does not read like DC and Fairfax where you can have on-street vending. So that's one of the bigger differences with Prince William and some of the southern counties. There's no place for you to vend on the street. So some of the issues is just clarity on where am I allowed to vend. Is it on private property? Do I need special permits to vend within the county? And then do I need another special agreement or permit to vend on personal property? And what is considered personal property, and who owns personal property? Because there's also the misconception that the business owner is the property owner, and that's not always the case true. So there's a lot more steps, but where do you get this information from, and who's responsible for getting the information, and then who's also ultimately responsible for the, I guess, the enforcement of that. And that's where we get into a lot of the gray, is that if sometimes we were finding that today, yes, you're legal to park here. Tomorrow someone says, no, but you can't. And then you're like, but yesterday it was fine and today it's not. You know, it's hard. And just like with any business owner, you just want to know what the rules are so I can abide by them. But those rules can't change depending on who you talk to.
Sure, so really it's, you know, knowing what the rules are, who's interpreting the rules, who's enforcing the rules at any particular time, which is really making this a bit confusing.
It is, because, you know, there's a lot of different departments, and because it's new to Prince William, it's not new, but it's just new to Prince William, so there's a lot of departments in play. When working with food trucks or starting a food truck in general, you know, you have to get your business license, your health permit, you have to get your mobile vending permit, and then in Prince William County you need a surety bond. These are steps that you need to know what they are, and there's a certain process. There's a 1, 2, 3 process that you need to go to. But what we're finding is that not all those departments talk to each other. So a process was put in place, but that doesn't necessarily mean that if I go to the police department they're gonna tell me to go to the business office. They're going to say, okay, your part with me is done. And so
Gotcha.
now you're kind of on your own. So we've helped them kind of put that together and like, what is the process? Now our goal is helping those ordinances be a little bit more realistic for just fair, equitable treatment of the mobile food trucks. But also, you know, if these are the departments within Prince William County that we need to have the okay on, they need to know that we have to go to them and that they need to have the okay. And some of them are like, really? Do I need that? Or, okay, this is fine with me, but it's not like a checks and balances type of circle. It's, here's all these checks, get them, and no one's checking to make sure that you've checked all the checks. You know, so, you know, what we were finding out is that the county couldn't give us an accurate list of who are the registered food trucks within the county. And their answer was, I don't know, because some of them are registered with the county and some of them are registered with the health department.
Gotcha.
You know, so then when we brought the festival, you know, and that's kind of where this came in, is when we brought the festival, then they were like, wait a minute, this person is not here and this person is not here. And it was kind of like, you know, we're not trying to get anybody in trouble. We don't want anybody to have to stop vending. But if we don't know what the rules are, you can't enforce rules that nobody knows. So.
And it seems like, you know, some of the festivals that you've already had have been very popular. So like one of them, you said you had about 26,000 people come to it. I believe, you know, yours were at the Keep Prince William Beautiful event. You guys had some representation there.
There were some of our trucks were there,
right.
Yes.
And then, so what events do you have coming up here in the future?
Sure. We actually start this Memorial Day weekend back where we started at Garfield High School last year. Well, we actually extended it to a 2-day event. Last year was one. So we'll be there Saturday and Sunday. VA Streets Fest at Garfield, and then we're heading down to Fredericksburg in June. June the 18th we'll be at the Fredericksburg Fairgrounds. Then we come back this way to the Prince William Fairgrounds 4th of July weekend. The 2nd and 3rd we'll have our barbecue throwdown. I'm looking forward to that one. Barbecue. And then we head to Manassas Mall September the 24th for the Taste of Prince William County. And then we also go to the Nat Stadium October the 15th for Trucktoberfest. We have 2 other fests that are in there. Love Herndon, which is going to be in Herndon, Virginia, and the Centerville Food Truck Festival in October. So we actually have 7 events happening this year. We're excited about them. They're spread throughout Northern Virginia, and that's kind of one of our goals, is that we want food trucks to be accessible to everyone and not just those people who are in the DC, Fairfax, Arlington area. You know, we want people to see that these are mobile restaurants. They have some awesome food, things that you probably never would have tried before, but they're coming off of a truck and you're like, yay, I'll eat it.
Well, so I can't wait to get to the next one. Thank you very much for being on our show today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Hope to have you back again to talk about what's going on with the food truck industry and some other events coming up. And thank you very much for joining us today for Community Conversations on What's Up Prince William.